Peter, you have devoted 35 years to dancing. It's obviously something that you knew you wanted to do from a very early age.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the love of my life, other than my husband. It's something I've been so fortunate to be able to spend my whole life in an art form that I'm passionate about. You know, from a child, at age 5, I started in ballet. At age 7, I was partnered with Jason Gilkison, and for the rest of my dancing career, I've spent dancing with Jason. You know, we're business partners now, and still creating and working in a dance form that we love.
Tell me how Burn the Floor actually came about in the first place.
But Burn the Floor was kind of acknowledged, I suppose, in 1997. Hayley Metcalf, who was promoting Elton John, was at his 50th birthday party, and a group of young ballroom dancers came in to present, you know, a show for them, a 10-minute show, and the room stopped. And at that point, you know, in Harley's role, he's a promoter, so he suddenly thought, these people have seen everything, you know, and they've stopped and they're enjoying and loving what's going on. There's something in this. And from that moment forward, Harley turned his life really around to create Burn the Floor.
So what is it about the show that people just keep coming to see it? And I'd imagine that many come to see it repeated times.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we do have a very loyal audience. You know, it's full of excitement. It's dramatic. The show over 20 years has evolved hugely. This time round, I have 18 of the most talented dancers I can bring to the stage.
And where do they hail from?
From all around the world. We're such a multicultural company.
So does a show like Burn the Floor encourage more people to take up dancing lessons and go out dancing themselves too?
I think so. I think in the world right now, because everybody lacks that art of communication, that ballroom dancing is so refreshing because you're doing it with somebody else. So it's just a point in time where you can actually mentally and physically communicate with somebody. So I think it's the dance form, you know, that everybody kind of wants and needs. So I feel we're in the right place at the right time, being of the ballroom art form. I feel everybody is sort of orientating towards, you know, being with somebody. I think on a social basis, I think it's growing, and it will continue to grow because people are kind of craving, they're starved for, you know, actual communication with another person. So I think we're in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, and you certainly can't take your mobile phone out while you're having a dance with somebody, can you? That's one thing you can't do.
No. Yes.
So, Peter, what do we... Oh, I wanted to ask you, though, also, that you've got 3 companies, I believe, that perform on Norwegian cruise ship liners currently. Is that correct?
Absolutely. And the interesting thing is they're all different shows. We have 12,000 people a week that see Burn the Floor worldwide.
So Burn the Floor is a bit to ballroom dancing what Cirque du Soleil is to acrobatics, I guess.
That's a nice thing to say. We like to think so. It's our 20th anniversary, so it's actually a very special show for all of us, from the management side to the actual dancing on stage, where you're going to see 2 different acts, and they're really quite unique. Great music. We have everything from Led Zeppelin, Janis Joplin, Santana, Christina Aguilera, even Rag and Bone Man. So there's such a diversity of music. The music you'll find is really quite stimulating and exciting.
It sounds wonderful.
Yeah,
so it's definitely aimed at all ages.
Absolutely, and both sexes. I've found that music is a very important aspect to, you know, dance. It's very typical that mum and the family will come in and see it, but you know, usually the boyfriend gets dragged along. But I think, you know, there's definitely great stimulus for the male audience. Some great eye candy, I have to say. But musically, you know, like I said, you've got your Led Zeppelin, Joe Cocker. It's such a broad range of music as well to enjoy.